defining the rankings. And we are going to rate our teachers, principals, vice principals on rankings and test scores, but yet we do not give them the tools they need to achieve it. So if we can't answer them of how we are going to educate our kids, how can we vote right here, right now to abolish this position?
That's right.
Right now, the financial environment is terrible. We're in a recession. The district is doing the best that we can, given what we have to deal with in New York State.
Cut from the top.
Pardon?
Cut from the top.
We're going to what Governor Cuomo tells us. I mean, we're only as good as the money that they're releasing to the district.
Cut the legal fees.
Let me finish. As the financial environment improves in Hamburg, if we find savings in other areas, according to this, you will be bringing some of these people back, correct?
Any time that there is a reduction, I think part of what we did here in terms of looking at the reductions, the first part was where we see an enrollment decline. And so these positions, particularly at the elementary level, are based on a slight increase in class size plus enrollment decline. So you don't see a significant impact. We told the board that if we needed to address class size that goes beyond the guidelines that were established, K-1 and 22, and 2 through 5 and 25, if we go beyond those, then we have to be prepared to address those with the board in August, and that still stands. I think that the current economic reality is that reductions had to be made in areas that we did not want to make them, and I think you saw those reductions occurring across the board. So they occurred in every area that we had. Right now, we are working through the scheduling issues at the high school. So part of what you're looking at here is some of the electives that students may not have the opportunity to be placed in. That was acknowledged during the course of the budget presentation. We knew that there could be the implication of students having more study loss at this point. Not something that we want, but it may be. We will also look at opportunities where we can perhaps group more students together. Maybe we can utilize the auditorium for a larger lecture period. Maybe we can utilize other areas of the building or combine areas and put the sorts of class together and have the opportunity to still make students. But I know that in areas right now, in many cases, there are more students that have signed up for a class than we have spots available. That's the reality of our current budget situation. I think that we're going to address it as much as possible, and we're going to work through as many issues as we can. But to say that I have a plan to address the issues of technology or health at this point, I don't know the schedules and I don't know where we are with those to have that plan. So once we have the schedules assigned, once we look at where teachers or where students are without opportunities, then we need to look at how we can provide opportunities for those kids or what revisions we can make in order to make sure they get the opportunity to learn.
But that's what's going to help
Holly, stop.
No.
You're paying her $500 an hour to sit here. Why? You're going to cut programs. He doesn't have a solution. Don't vote on it, Holly.
Nobody vote on it.
Nobody vote on it.
You take a big
But
cut.
my point being is we don't have a plan. And yes, Diane, the state has cut, but in 2010-11, okay, we spent $300,000 in legal fees for things such as this. I mean, these are ways we can cut. Oh, many reasons.
Why is she here? $500 an hour we're paying her.
The question was, we're getting off track, but the question was, if we don't have a plan, now you said if class sizes exceed in K-1 to 22. Well, Mr. Popovich, we all know that this year they exceeded 22, and the numbers were supposed to be 20 last year, okay? They were supposed to be 20 last year for kindergarten and first, and in Union Pleasant, they far exceeded it. The kindergartens were at 23 minus 1, which was special ed classroom. So the kindergarten, so therefore, it was not addressed. It was addressed by a teacher that went for 1 hour from class to class. The classes were 23, okay, period. Next year, the classes are going to be the same size, which also exceeds 22. So if we go through and we vote on all these cuts, classes are still going to be over it. And then we're going to sit here in August and none of the positions are going to be recreated. So my feeling is we We should have had the schedules, we should have had a plan before we can vote on cutting positions. Because there are...
My kid is having gym in the hallway and you're petting a PE teacher?
Yes.
What?
Made with a team of large number of people. There are many people working together with the plans. The request of the students, the positions they want next year were not in at the time we needed to pass the budget. Yes, indeed, all of the principals get together on a regular basis. They all have a meeting together. They all meet together to say, where can we assign this particular teacher? Where do we have extra needs? Where do we have numbers of students?
Well, I
And
just...
Mrs. Clapper, you can say, you can agree that we are all meeting together on a constant basis to juggle this out. But
Don't
we
vote
had
on
to pass
it.
a budget, excuse me, we had to pass a budget at the moment. This is indeed a vote that is up for a vote that we've had discussion, and I do believe that we still should go ahead and vote on it.
Okay,
The
but-
school board does not have an option of not having a budget that is a budget that you can carry out.
How much money do you think it's going to cost us if, say, a community member, me, for example, whose son isn't getting the New York State mandated 120 minutes of physical education a week, and he's in 4th grade and needed OT and PT and all the other services that he got, and now he's not getting his physical education requirement. How much do you think it's going to cost the district if I decide to take this further and take it to court? Much more than a 1.0 physical education. And I believe that that is what the problem is with cutting positions without a plan.
There is a plan for each and every student. The plans are busy and work, and you're correct. The concept of people in this audience, the concept of this people coming in the community, coming forward and saying, I'm going to solve this problem by having lawsuits and grievances is not a way that we're going to save money. Just as
Don't break the law. Don't break the law.
Passing a budget is not a way that we allow a school district to continue. So I propose that we go ahead and vote on this.
No.
Rescind it.
We had
Rescind the
such a-
motion, pull it.
We voted on the motion, and we passed the motion.
No.
I vote no.
Now we need to vote. Okay?
Do the right thing. Do the right
All
thing.
those in
Do
favor?
the right thing.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Oh, my God.
And moving on. Abolishing the positions of permanent civil service positions. Recommended motion be it resolved upon recommendation of the superintendent of schools that the following civil service positions are abolished effective July 1, 2012. Clerk typist, 4.0 FTE. Senior clerk typist, 2.0 FTE. Computer aides, 3.0 FTE. Teacher aides, 4.0 FTE. Graphic artist, 1.0 FTE. Can I have a motion? Have a discussion after, or just I need a motion? Second? Second? Does somebody want to have a specific question that they want to be pulling out of this or asking?
Yes, I believe all board members got the same email that I got from one particular soon-to-be laid-off employee who's been with the district a number of years. I'm not going to mention names because this isn't a personal. She wrote a very nice, heartfelt email, which I would love to read, but I know that may not be appreciated too much. But did we indeed, the big legal question is, did we indeed follow the proper channels when it came down to who, so we abolished the whole tenure position. But yet there are senior clerk typists who do similarly the same job with much less seniority who we are not, abolishing. So we're talking, Mr. Jetter, is this your area of expertise, being head of HR, with how we decided on what tenure area to abolish?
The competitive class, there are, certainly 3 layoffs within the clerk typist competitive class. There were senior clerk typists who were retiring, so the abolishments there were number 2.0. And there was a retirement from the clerk typist competitive class field as well, so that's
Okay, so why is it that we didn't just take all clerk typists, senior and clerk typists, and just lay them off in order of seniority, if indeed we had to for budgetary reasons?
We really looked at the role of these staff members within the district, and we will be making assignments for people to then be reassigned to this upcoming 12-13 school year. We could not make those assignments certainly public until the abolishment took place.
And you have this, a plan in place to cover the positions we're abolishing?
What is it? What is,
And
what is the
what
plan?
made us choose clerk typist over senior clerk typist or vice versa?
I don't think, again, there wasn't any one area that we were purposely targeting. We saw that the abolishment of the senior
Yeah,
clerk
clerk
typists,
typists.
the retirements, and the layoffs of the clerk typists were also supplemented for the budget reductions.
Okay, because I just, if you look at the seniority list among all clerk typists / senior clerk typists, that it appears as though we're just targeting a particular group, and that can really bring down. Because there are senior clerk typists with more, and they make more money, and,
I
so.
understand that the perceptual piece, we have to certainly look at the competitive class rather than the entire unit when we do those evaluations.
And that's for civil service reasons, correct? Competitive, correct? Is that what we're saying?
Yes, we follow the civil service guidelines to make sure that what we were doing was, perfectly legal. And, the balance again, across the district, were those the abolishments within the senior clerk types and clerk types competitive classes.
Was the issue of full-time and part-time also an issue in terms of assignment to locations and responsibilities?
We did look at that. We found it would be extremely difficult for our full-time staff members to be able to meet the needs of the part-time positions across the district. There was a larger number of 11 to 12 of the part-timers that we would certainly be able, it would be difficult to have our full-time staff meet those needs.
So we'll have part-timers and about full-timers, is that how?
We do still have part-time clerk typists in the district, correct?
And how much are we saving a year on the 3 that we're actually laying off?
I
In our budget.
believe we covered that in some of the previous.
No, I know,
budgets,
but I'm just asking.
I
We
don't
should
have
be
that-
able
I
to.
don't have that number with me, but we can certainly review that with you based on the previous budget.
$20,000 a person.
How much?
Not much, I can tell you that.
This is not a discussion back and forth at the moment, I'm sorry.
Don't get the information. We're giving you the information you don't have available. And you're voting on it. Yeah, you should know that. Should have the information before you vote.
Pass the motion. Pass the motion on the table. Can I have a vote? All in favor?
I don't know.
All our presentations, we do it for abolishing.
And this also has to vote.
And I said no on the abolishment of what
This
is
also
all
needs
we
to
got.
vote.
I understand it. So these questions weren't brought up at that time. We voted, so
We elected her, not you.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Me.
Holly.
Thank you, Holly.
Next, item is a recommended motion of the Board of Education hereby approve the contract for services between the district and Baker Victory Services and Derek Victory for the 2012-13 school year. Can I have such a motion? Second. All in favor? Opposed? We then have a recommended motion that the Board of Education hereby approve the contract for services between the district and the Bill Care Home Care to provide personal nursing services for the 2012-13 school year. Can I have such a motion? Second? Second. All in favor? Opposed? We then have a recommended motion that the Board of Education authorize and approve the employment agreement between the board and superintendent of Providence for a period of July 1, 2012 through June 30, 2015. The such other changes to the agreement as negotiated and agreed upon between the board and the superintendent. Can I have such a motion?
No. No.
All in favor? Opposed?
Because we can answer these questions about our programming, I'm voting no on extending the contract.
What a sham. Do your homework, guys.